But also the story this morning in the Telegraph, Downing Street is preparing billions of pounds worth of cuts to disability benefits. So you're attacking the older people, you're now attacking people who are on disability benefits. Again, just in terms of optics, it's a terrible look.
It's an awful look, and again, it makes you just question where is the... Look, I spent a bit of time working around Westminster. I've worked with SPADs in the past. I work with special advisors. You know, it seems to me there is a massive gap missing with this current government. There's no one sitting down just going, have you thought about how this looks?
Or have you thought?
Or have you thought, full stop? Yeah.
Have you actually engaged a brain at any point? I mean, Rachel Reeves defending this morning the fact that she's in China. I'll just show you the front page of the Times as well before we go to the break. Reeves, the UK needs China. I'm totally confused by this because under Cameron and Osborne, they talked about a golden age of China. Yeah. Then Rishi Sunak said, hang on a minute, China's a big threat. We removed the Huawei mask, if you remember, from 5G. Now Rachel Reeves believes the panacea is back in China. Look, at the end of the day, China will do what is good for China.
Yes. I heard this story this morning driving in, and when I was driving in, I thought how quick we've forgotten about alleged Chinese spies at the heart of Parliament, or someone who's been cozying up to Prince Andrew, an alleged Chinese spy. We appear to have forgotten all of this, and this is a desperate attempt by Rachel Reeves. It comes back to the growth stuff. Her budget has absolutely, you know, it's been a car crash. I was going to say something else involving the word show. It's been a car crash, and consequently, she's scratching around looking for investment for this country to try and get growth, and it looks like she's more than happy to brush to one side any concerns about China and go, okay, well, let's buddy up.
And just in terms of that, they talk about the fact that China is very important for the United Kingdom, but also economically, she's in such a pickle now. And I do think you're right. I think she will go. I think she will be replaced. And also the markets are saying to her, it's not too late to say that you got it wrong in the budget. And I think people would welcome that, to say, okay, you're new into government, fine, you've made some mistakes. But also front page of the Daily Mail, all these stories linked together. Now Labour plots delay to defence boost until the 2030s. We could be at war. We've got very serious generals saying you need to increase your percentage of GDP from 2.3% to 2.5 up to 5%. And of course,
hey guys, Owen Jones recently highlighted a headline from the Telegraph that claims Number 10 is considering billions in disability welfare cuts to address the debt crisis. Interestingly though, the only other outlets that reference the story whatsoever are GB News and the Daily Mail, both of which link back to the Telegraph article. This raises a possibility that the Telegraph might be playing political games. Could this be an attempt to embarrass the government, or perhaps a kite-flying exercise? An exercise to test the public reaction. After all, the Conservatives have used this tactic before, leaking potential policies to see how the public responds before deciding whether to commit to them. If this is a real policy under consideration, it's deeply concerning. The role of any government should be to protect the most vulnerable in society. Cutting benefits to the disabled group of people would be a disastrous move for the Labour, even though they're already in the shit, essentially. And it's hard to see how this aligns with values voters expected when they backed Labour again in 2024. Of course, this could be a case of the Telegraph stirring controversy. Perhaps it's clickbait. Clickbait. Isn't the entire YouTube clickbait aimed at frustrating Labour supporters, or even red meat for Conservative readers who hold strong views on welfare? Regardless, the government's silence is troubling. Instead of addressing the story head on, all they've said is that they don't comment on speculation. That isn't good enough. A straightforward denial, no, we are not cutting disability benefits, would put this issue to rest. If the government is planning these cuts, they need to own up and be honest with the public. But if this is just a fabricated narrative, Number 10 should be shutting it down immediately to prevent unnecessary fear and outrage. This kind of ambiguity only fuels distrust and speculation. But let's hope this story isn't true, but let's not be surprised if it does happen, because that's the kind of guy Keir Starmer is. Give you one thing with one hand and take it away with the other. Whether it's the Telegraph playing dirty tricks or an actual policy being floated, one thing is clear: the disabled should never be used as a pawn in political games. If the government is serious about rebuilding trust, they need to make sure that their stance on this is crystal clear. But let me know what you think in the comments. I've been Jake from Just Jake. As always, subscribe to the channel and I'll see you next time. You actually made it to the end of the video. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, which, why haven't you already, is somewhere over there. And also, if you want to watch more videos,
also check out over there. I've been Jake from Just Jake. See you later.